Hello, my name is Daryl Thomas, and I'm here to talk about the strategic importance of a structured maintenance plan and then how it relates to the 10 operation management decisions. So, first off, table contents, your usual the 10 of the decisions, why it's important, how does it relate, and then you got the 10 decisions, and later on I'll talk about my personal professional example. So first off, the 10 decisions. On the left-hand side, you'll see them 1 through 10. What are they? How do they relate? This is going back to intro of operations management. And then on the right, why have a structured maintenance plan? Well, the most important reason, ensuring assets don't fail early. So this is achieved by reducing production downtime, reducing cost of repairs, project rejects, improving safety, quality conditions, and identifying assets with excessive maintenance cost. So getting into the first one, design of goods and services. This includes looking for ways to implement consistency in cost, quality, and resources across all business divisions. How does supply and maintenance? We read about the lower limits of cost, kind of looking when you're building something, how can you save money while still having the quality of the product that you want. Sustainability requirements. I want something to last for a very long time. How long do I want it to last for is going to dictate what I'm going to put in it, how I'm going to make it, and that goes with the cost. Why is it important to an ops manager? Again, cost. You're going to see a lot of these relate to cost as an operation manager. Is why is it important to him? Quality, I said it earlier. If I want someone to come buy my BMW, I want to have a good quality product that the name goes with. Managing quality. Being clear on customers' demands, meeting those expectations. Utilizing market research to determine customers' needs, and batch quality assurance testing on products and services in production. How does this apply to maintenance? Following policies, following procedures, ensuring the job is getting done the right way. Quality assurance saves lives. Within the military, all branches, there's usually people that go around and they ensure that you're following the policy, following the procedure. Usually disliked, but they have an important job because it saves lives. There's a lot of aircraft mishaps that happen, and if somebody would have been doing the right job, using the right wrench, torquing the right spec, then people's lives would have been saved with that example. So how's it important to managers? Cost. Reduce costs, maintain quality, not having to deal with rejects. Customers' demands, customers' needs. Happy customer, happy life. They're going to keep coming back for more. Process and capacity design. Design strategies which support all production goals, including technology and resources. A value stream map can help to determine what processes are necessary and how to keep them running efficiently. How does this apply to maintenance? Well, your process is going to determine what maintenance you need. With that, what resources you have to devote to that maintenance, either be it people, equipment. Why is this important to operations manager? Well, having an efficient process for production is going to make saving money a lot more feasible. It's going to make it a lot quicker. It's going to make it better. And then that goes with the basic cost structure. If I can cut out all the extras, all the redundancies, it's going to make it possible to produce more with less. Location strategy. In developing a location strategy, consider supply chain and how the location will receive supplies, movement of goods and services internally and to customers, and the role of marketing and public relations in the location choice. How does this apply to maintenance? Workforce. I talked about it a little bit later with the HR, but with this one, if I make a car company in Alaska and there's not a lot of people trained there to work, then it's not a great location. With repairing equipment, if I have a company in the middle of nowhere, it's going to take a little bit longer to get me parts needed to repair things, although Amazon is pretty good these days. Why is this important as an ops manager? Logistics. How close am I to supplier, to companies, to demand everything. If I've already said enough example, but middle of nowhere is not going to sell good. The government portion of it. If I have a company open up in China versus Brazil, I'm going to have to learn different rules with taxes, different nuances, and knowing these are going to be extremely important to where I'm going to set up my company. Layout strategy. Considering placement of desks, workstations, and how materials are delivered and used. So you see the top right, a little picture of a customer flow chart. If you just think of IKEA, if you've ever been in there, you know they have a setup where you go through everything, and you get lost, but eventually you get to the checkout, but you've hit up all the important ones that they want you to see, that they want you to think of, just like the candy aisle and the end of the store, grocery stores, right there at the checkout line. They know you're going to grab it. They know your kid's going to grab it because they've looked at that layout strategy. With that, efficiency reduces breakdowns. If I have the most efficient process for my layout, then it's going to make equipment work much longer, kind of like oiling a machine. The U.S. Air Force CTK example is a consolidated toolkit. Within the maintenance community, they have the equipment to repair everything, the wrenches, tools, all consolidated in one place. That place is usually right next to the flight line in a little locked room, so they have somebody managing that, so they give you the tools as you go out, and as you come in you return those tools. And that is extremely efficient, saves a lot of time. Why is this important to an ops manager? Efficiency. Efficiency saves money, it saves time, and then money is time. Customers. By having my store lay out perfectly, or as efficient as possible, not having the milk all the way on the second floor in the corner, but having on the first floor in the dairy aisle, having the dairy aisle in your traditional layout, you're going to have really happy customers. Human resources job design. Implementing continuous improvement programs with regular reviews, provide continuous training for employees, and institute employee satisfaction programs. How does this apply to maintenance? Training standards. Similar to say I open up a company in Alaska, not having too many people to work there, but then I want to open a car company in Mexico. Well, now I may have a lot more people that are trained, technically ready, and so my standards are going to be the same standard everywhere I go, no matter what. To keep them maintained, we have continuous training for employees. So the better base level they have, then it's easier to maintain those standards. Direct interaction. So these are the people that are going to be working on the machines, going to be interacting with the customers. So the more talented, the more trained individuals we have, the better they're going to do at their job. Why is it important to an ops manager? Saves money, and that deals with retainability. It's going to cost me a lot more money to hire somebody new than it is to retain somebody, and that goes also with companies where you acquire a customer versus the reorder cost of a customer. Supply chain management. This determines the best strategy to streamline, be cost effective, and to develop trusted partners. How does this apply to maintenance? Decisions on what and when to be purchased. So what are you going to need, when are you going to need it? Similar to inventory. Relations with suppliers. If I have a great relationship with certain suppliers, then it's going to be easier for them to accommodate and help me if I need an abnormal order, or if I need a product a little bit quicker than other ones. With the military, one example would be we needed one part produced for an obsolete plane, and we had to source it out to the right company. We had to see what they can do, and it took a very long time for this one part. But because we already had a working relationship with them, it made it a lot easier to go for it. Sony's example was maintaining supply to support operations. They talked about automation and inclusiveness and working with suppliers and helping them grow. That way they're able to help Sony when they need something or when they need a certain off-the-shelf product or service. So by doing that, it's gonna make my job as an operations manager a lot better, a lot easier. Inventory management. Different markets means different challenges. You have weather, supply shortages, labor, all influence how an organization maintains its inventory. How does this apply to maintenance? Ordering, holding. So if I have too many parts that I'm not using to go fix something, I'm holding on to them, it's going to increase my overhead cost. But you need the right amount of parts, so you have usually the baseline. My cap example is we have so many propellers we hold on base to repair our planes. Well, when we go too low, plane breaks, it needs a propeller, then we're in a bad situation. So if we don't have it on hand, we're not able to really have a successful mission because the plane can't really take off without a propeller. Why is this important as an ops manager? Different types, different needs. And then customer satisfaction. The Google example is Google being the monster that they are. They have a lot of different inventory needs, and they talk about they have a lot of different ways to control that inventory, either utilizing web services or personnel services. And with them having so many different types, they have to tailor that to whatever needs they have. So one operation manager is going to be a little bit different than the other one for Google. Scheduling, workforce, people, machines, when you think of scheduling. So depending on the industry and the business, it's going to be a little bit different. So how does it relate to maintenance? Eliminate delays, eliminate downtime, scheduling people to work certain shifts, certain hours. If I have a 24-hour, 24/7 operation versus one-day operation once a week. Eliminate delays, downtime. Why is this important to an operations manager? Equipment longevity. If I'm able to have people working on a machine long enough, they take care of it, they get familiar with it. That talks with the maintenance where they can see something is going to happen wrong, they know what to do to get it fixed outside of the normal PMS cycle. The workforce. 5 people that work for me that are happy, then I have a pretty good life because I'm not going to have to worry about hiring a lot of new people, disgruntled employees. So scheduling is extremely important. Maintenance. This includes maintaining people and machines, as well as the process. What do you need to maintain quality and keep resources reliable and stable? How does it apply to maintenance? It's in the name. So I thought that was kind of funny. But people and machines, they both deal with maintenance, keeping them both up and running, keeping them both happy from the customers, from the employees, from the workforce. So having the right structured maintenance plan is going to keep that quality possible. So how is this important to an operations manager? Well, we maintain reliable and a stable process. So some of my examples. I've talked briefly about the MyCap examples. That was a few years ago when I was brand new to the Air Force, and there was supposed to be a MyCap part going onto a plane. I didn't really understand the importance of it if it didn't get on the plane. I soon learned the next day when the boss came in, they asked, what happened, and then I found out, well, this is important enough to stop planes from flying. They need to go. QA program within every section, usually almost every military branch, within every shop, whatever you have, there's always quality assurance individuals that go around, check on you, and they're usually nobody usually likes them because they're there to make sure you're doing the right job. But as a young individual, you don't really see that. You just see the person there to yell at you to get you in trouble. With the Navy, we have a lot of PMS, a lot of preventive maintenance. So coming into this program, I kind of already knew about that, which gave me a little bit of a leg up. But we would, every week, we have different schedules from daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, annual. We have to go around and open up something, fix it, clean it, vacuum it, replace it. So you got very used to taking care of your equipment. These are my reference I've used. And thank you very much. That is all I have. Have a good day.